They'll be calling you a radical. There's a lot to talk to in this video, and this has really got me pissed off now. Really got me pissed off. So we're going to talk epic salmon collapse. It's the ecology, stupid. We're going to talk economics. We're going to talk the fraud right in your face. First and foremost, we'll talk salmon collapse. The salmon collapse in Oregon's off the hook. They don't even talk about it. They ain't come by yacht fairy tale, but at least they report. Washington report. So in Alaska, oh, they're reporting. Reuters are saying, oh, warm water. It's a catastrophe. Now let's talk about that. The Chinook go to sea for 5 years. I'm the only person on earth that said this is going to happen. This is the smoking gun of Fukushima. And I like all you people that are fairy tales. That oh Fukushima. This guy does this video. Oh, it mutated my cat. It killed Kennedy. Blah 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 blah. I wonder how many people clicked the like button on that video have gotten cancer post that. Where's Weber State's ethics? Their business partner in the dumpster. So I want to talk about this. So I taught right here. My classroom was right in there. We're the #1 school business in the United States undergraduate. I was a professor there. I graduated. Last letter of recommendation, the letter. So I talked to another professor. He just reached out to me yesterday out of nowhere. I haven't heard from him ever. And he says, Kevin, he says, how many students did you educate in your classroom? I mean, you weren't that professor that long. I says, no. Yeah, you're right. I says, not that many. A couple hundred. Maybe 3 or 4. Yeah. I says, my big classes. This was one elite school. I mean, I'll show you some stuff later on tonight when I get home. I'm going to show you that the Japanese royal family heirs, that's where I got all my information on Fukushima. That's who I graduated with. There was only 17 of us. So, yeah, my classes were small. The biggest classes I had, I remember with one class I had, I says, God, this class is big, and I had 17. So, he says, how many people are you educating in your classroom on YouTube? He says, I got to give it to you. And I says, millions. Yeah. Unbelievable. And I says, yeah, but I don't make any fucking money now. Yeah, I get you. Well, full of cancer, but the salmon collapse, and then we'll get to the tariffs. This pisses me off. Trump's right in your face. You know what? I'm a pro-tariff guy, Do I like Trump? I can't stand the fucker. He's a fucking butt. I'm a pro-tariff guy. There was components that I like. You guys that are still spinning in to libtards or fucking neocons are so stupid and fucked up of you, especially Alex Jones and Glenn. You've exposed, I mean, it's almost like you're paid politically. Anybody who's going left, right, dynamic at this fucking point, well, how pathetic are you? How pathetic are you once you start wearing those Trump's girls fucking shoes? I mean, it's outrageous. How can you pick political sides at this point? It's disgusting. So, the salmon collapse. So the Copper River has had a big increase in the last 2 weeks. Now I want to talk about why. Now listen to me, this is real important. You know the number was a catastrophe last year. Expected returns of 2.3 million came in at 720,000. The year before, expected returns at 2.1 million came in at 800,000. This is 2016, 2017. On returns of that 1.4 million in 2015. The Columbia River, they were bragging all over the internet, 2013, 14, 15, record returns, first times over 1 million, expected. I mean, 2015, I think they had 1.47 million, 1.43 million, expected at 1.7 million in 2016. I'm screaming, no. Wait a minute, they come in at 680,000. In 2017, the returns were expected at 2.3 million, came in at 480,000. They're much behind last year's numbers. Much behind last year's numbers. So, as it goes on, that's what those guys always say, where's the bodies? They're the ones digging up the trenches. But, so, now hear me. Started off so horrible, so correct. They're still 125,000 below last year at this date. It's almost over. And they've had a major big push up towards last year's. But remember, Copper River fishing was 100% closed. Closed. Zip. Not last year. Not last year. So these commercial fishermen, you know how efficient they are and you know how good they are with the equipment they have? They take them all out. Oh, they take them all out. And so this is a big, big deal. So even with no commercial fishing, hear me, no commercial fishing, they still can't even come close to last year, let alone the projected meat. Now remember, this is based on escapement. Now back to the tariffs, which this really outraged once you start wearing those Trump. How many videos? Their supply chain, this professor who's right in there. I mean, they just fly around the country supposing we were #1 in the country 9 consecutive years. They blackballed me because of my anti. This is the company that built the reactors at Fukushima, Japan. I want to say this, all you people that are in denial. You live in this abstract fairy tale world. I mean, there's a major percentage of the United States that lives in this fairy tale. They dress up in camo, yay. They dress up in biker gang, yay. I'm a biker, I'm a skier, but then there's the rest of us that live in the real world. Oh, yeah, radiation over here, it's going to mutate, it's going to kind of have eyeballs, yeah. 3 heads, mutate. And then there's the real world. People like me, who got leukemia in 2011. My father died, nuked to death, and then there's the reality of people that have had loved ones die post-Fukushima, after Fukushima. Then there's the reality of fucking the nightmare going on called fucking nuclear energy all over the world, the nuclear waste, and the people that have had to live by it, and the people that have fucking suffered and died. We live in the real fucking world. I mean, this isn't a fairy tale. Everything isn't retro. Everything isn't a cultural theme park in California. It's like these 3 people that were riding their bike at 4 o'clock in the morning in San Bernardino had gang colors on their motorcycle, and some punk-ass freaking, well, I don't know who he was, a rival motorcycle gang. They think it's a club. Well, there's people out there that don't think it is, and he boom, 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 murders them. I mean, there's a real fucking world out there. This isn't a cliche. Nuclearism isn't a cliche. Fucking, it's not, oh, ha, 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 you mutated everything, ha, 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 isn't that funny, ha? Just like this, fuck, all the movies that come out, the fucking, they just spoof it, they spin it, these fucking Hollywood writers, fuck them. I hope they all get, well, they're gonna get cancer. I mean, it's disgusting. But the tariff situation, #1 in more force, and I was one of the leading professors in the world on tariffs. It is the answer. You look at the trading balance post-NAFTA, 94. You look at the trading balance. So Trump's economic advisor is a socialist from San Diego. His name's Peter Navarro. I know him. He's a socialist from. I mean, he's a San Diego socialist. And if you don't think the socialism movement fucking is giant, there was there, still is there. Oh fuck yeah, it is. I mean, I'm telling you. And so this is important. The #1 exploitation of all of labor, the #1 import that is the nightmare called immorality, slavery, is clothing. It's the word. It fills up our landfills. It's the biggest disaster in history. I mean, everybody has an event, they go just order their shirts. Where do you think they come from? So Trump throws the blanket. He says, I'm blanketing it all across all tariffs, which I'm all for that, on Chinese freaking goods. It's an it's an unfair freaking trade. It's simple. You got a workforce of what, 80 million in the United States? You have a workforce of 2 billion. The average price in the United States is $15, $16 an hour. Yeah, well, less than that if you really count exploited labor like these guys use to gut their freaking thing, which is illegal, but they do it anyway, paying cash. If you incorporate, which I did in my classroom, and I always have, incorporated the cash economy, which is bigger than a regular economy in this country, the average wage in this country is far under $10 an hour. Okay, but even with that illegal exploitation, the average wage on earth is 37 cents an hour. So you take the 2 billion, you fold it in. So I'm off, but why in the God, the #1 problem is clothing industry. Why would he not put on everything you could think of except clothing? Once you start wearing those Trump girl shoes, it's kind of like Kennedy, his buddy. Kennedy's son, nobody would touch freaking Trump. Nobody would touch him with a 10-foot fucking pole economically on a loan. Trump's son, Deutsche Bank, loaned him fucking $1 billion. Watch. And by the way, Deutsche Bank fucking, yeah, Bavarians, I mean, that's where Trump comes from. I mean, Jared Boy, I mean, they're all, hello, it's the same old thing, 1914. Tariffs used to be an old Democratic progressive thing. Well, I don't get where the liberals, the conservatives, come on. This is corporatization. This is bird has 2 right wings on it. Spun itself in a dish. Look at the trading balance. There's nothing you can argue with me about. Look at the trading balance post 94. Look at the fucking debt. Will tariffs help out the debt hole? Big time. The Tariff Act of 1791. Freaking Hamilton. But meanwhile, back at the ranch, the salmon are collapsing. And what they're done to the EPA? Well, I mean, of course, like they did anything anyway. It's disgraceful. It's corrupt as hell. I mean, but this is right in your face. This is right in your face. It's beyond disgusting. And so the flood situation in Japan is epic. I mean, we're talking 3 feet. They're just flushing. They're just what's left of the Pacific Ocean. I mean, I'm an economist. I taught economics here. The #1 school, but they took all my degrees from me. They blackballed me. Everybody up here knows this major fight that I've got. She says, don't go see the dog. They don't even rank the top 500 now. How do you go from #1 not in the top 500? Legendary finance professor Clyde Cooley. I have the last letter of recognition he ever wrote. Oh, he died of mad cow. BA. Oh, he lived in Bountiful. Stericycle's in Bountiful. This is an incredible story I can tell you right here, right now. Mitt Romney? Oh yeah. Grassy Mountain, where they store the waste? Mitt Romney? Oh yeah. The Boston boy? He's not from here. Oh yeah. Running for Senate here. I mean, these fainty goat sheep will go along with anything here. I mean, it's incredible. He died of BSE. So I'm fighting on Stericycle. This is long before Fukushima in my environmentalist career. I mean, I've been at this a long, long fucking time. I'm the real fucking thing. I mean, your comfortability and your fucking zenith of life is comfortability. It's pathetic. You failed to participate in fucking humanity, in fucking life. The fight is the fucking life. The struggle is the fucking life. Fucking, you have, I mean, it's all mental masturbation to you. It's fucking pseudo de facto. So this woman is battling with me inside the house about making them get the fuck out of here. Only medical incinerator in all of fucking North America that can burn mad cow into the atmosphere right here in Bountiful, Utah. You cannot make this up. You can look it up. Why she's fighting is supporting this young female. I mean, really rising political star in the state of Utah. Young, articulate, strong, neoconservative, drank the Kool-Aid, battling about it. She got it. That's right, BSC. And so they put it all over KSL. Everybody, oh, it's a 1 in, no, it's not a 1 in a million. And then they named the big Latin word and tried to mask it. Oh, that's not BSC. So I go right to Cambridge. I go right to Oxford, the people that came up with what mad cow is. Is this mad cow? This same, yes. I mean, that's how they play. I mean, she bats last. I mean, these monsters will kill themselves, but this, once you start wearing those Trump girl shoes, I'll do some more. The Fukushima cover-up and you people that are laughing at it and going along with it, you're fucking fools. You're fools. You're fools. I mean, you think it's a fairy tale. Oh, yeah, 3 eyeballs, my cat's mutated. I wonder how many fuckers click the like button on that have got cancer. I can name names. How about this in Hawaii? The young congressman argued with me about Fukushima. 38 years old. Do you know he got leukemia and died last year? How about the senator-elect who's from Fukushima, born and raised in Fukushima, the Hawaii senator? She's got cancer, just had her freaking kidney ripped out. How about the Hawaii whale watcher? He got brain cancer in Hawaii. 51 this year, died. How about the famous marine biologist in Oregon? Freaking me and him gone at it about freaking what if he got leukemia last summer. Freaking died in 3 weeks. How about the marine biologist there at UC Davis, the pepper spraying thing? Her fighting with me. The whole group of them, the whole cover-up, they got in a car wreck. She was killed. I think another one was also killed. I mean, why would you throw such karma on yourselves? Ha ha, mutated, isn't that funny? Ha ha. You live in this abstract fairy world. You dress up, you know, you go surfing, you don't know how to surf. You're a biker, you're not a fucking biker, you know. It's like, I mean, I'm going to go to a gunfight. I've been watching Bonanza. I've been watching fucking, you know, Gunsmoke. I watch Dirty Harry 6 times a fucking week. You ever been in a fucking gunfight? Whoa. You ever been in a brass knuckles fucking fight? Oh, I have. Oh, you want to see the scars up and down my fucking body? Oh, I've been in the fucking trenches. I'm telling you, this pisses me off. Once you start wearing those Trump girl shoes, I'll shoot another one. Fukushima's out of control, and this salmon collapse is fucking in earnest. It is fucking epic. I'll post the fucking links. You go through them yourself. Warm water, huh? That's Reuters. You go along with this fairy tale. Scientists are mystified, they're baffled, they're puzzled, they're fucking stumped, they're perplexed. They're fucking criminal derelict. Fucking go with the winning team to their own death. Take your money and stick it in your ass. That's all I gotta say. Boy, my classrooms reach so many fucking people. Millions. Stay tuned. Kevin Blanch, the greatest Ph.D. in human history.